Steve Bird, Linear Boxing TV. Thank you very much for having me again, Mark.
Always a pleasure, Steve, always a pleasure.
I've got to say, just as a fan as always, another fantastic show.
Well, you know, we always try and put on a great night of entertainment and fantastic matches. I don't think we disappointed tonight. I think the crowd, we had just under 2,000. So again, setting records, highest ever attendance for a pro show in Swindon. 13 great fights. And you know what, they were, even though that some of the home favourites undefeated would fight and somebody with losing records, you think you know what the result's going to be, but these guys fancied it. You know, we matched it really well, so it's really putting some of these home guys to the test. There's some great 50-50s in there. You know, they fancied it and the crowd loved it and the crowd appreciated it.
And they really, really did. Top the last show in Swindon, did it?
Oh yeah, you know, we always want to do better and better. They did. Last one was a fantastic one with a great sort of feeling and a great sort of positive vibe after it. This one's topped it. You know, the feedback already, you can tell. You could just, you know, I'm sat there at ringside watching the main event at the end thinking, yeah, we've topped the last one, great, roll on the next one.
It's very, very late now, so I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
So if I can just quickly bring up what a wonderful story about Beck.
Yeah, great. She's got a great backstory, hasn't she? I mean, she's probably, you know, the happiest person in this building tonight. You know, to come and get a win. She's sometimes up against it, a really elite level fighter. So to come and get a win in front of her home crowd, and she really tries really hard. She's a busy woman, mum of 4, great backstory, works really hard to get a win. You just think, great, you know, great for her.
Who was your standout performer tonight?
It's got to be Ryan Martin, I think.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Absolutely. What you know, we know he's a fantastic talent. He was a great amateur star, but this Hungarian guy really came to fight. He's caused a couple of upsets in the past, and you know, the only guys to have stopped him are proper elite level fighters. So he comes to fight, and I know there was at one stage when he got dropped by Ryan. I didn't think he was going to get up from that, but he came back up, shook it off, and was great, right back in it. Great fight, but Ryan showed his talent to be able to finish that early as well.
Paddy told me in the gym that he was looking at another level.
Yeah.
And he really, really did. His footwork, his timing, his pace of a fight.
Yeah.
And when he dropped him heavy in the fourth for that body shot, didn't blow himself out, but still put in a tremendous amount of work, which I was a bit worried about.
Well, I think working with Paddy over the last couple of years, he's always had that natural talent. He's not only improved that, but he's got his head right. He's in the right frame of mind. He's boxing intelligently. He's got that venom as well, and he knows when to sort of just be a bit patient and when to turn it on. So you know, the whole package is coming together. There's certainly titles ahead for Ryan.
Yeah, Max Mudway, second fight. Yeah. He brings a good crowd as well, doesn't he? He's an exciting star.
He's exciting to watch. Yeah. Looks good, sound good, brings a good crowd. You know, he's sort of gone through the ranks with really rival. Akeem Ennis-Brown, he's obviously beating everyone they put in front of him. He was an amateur with him and really stayed on to go pro. Max went a different route. He's now back in it and wants to catch up pretty quick. We're hoping to get him out another 4 or 5 times before the end of the year.
Topping of the bill, back to winning ways, Luke the Duke Watkins.
Yeah, great.
Polished performance against a very dangerous opponent.
This guy fancied it, you know. He was a few places low down in the rankings. Was coming here to win. Thought he was going to do it. You could see he fancied it in the first couple of rounds, and he was putting it on Luke. Luke fought really intelligent, really patiently. You know, great top of the bill. You can just see, you know, we're lucky to have somebody of Luke Watkins' calibre on the bill. Certainly championship level boxing in Swindon. Swindon's a fight town.
And you said this, and it's the first time I've actually spoke to the crowd, and the crowd really are a fight crowd. They know this stuff. They're all boxing, very intelligent. They're not just your typical sort of boxing fans that just go want knockouts. They actually know their stuff.
They do. They know the records. I mean, there's a lot of familiar faces who are a lot of supporters at a lot of the events, and you know, they support a lot of these boxers here. It is. We say that Swindon is a fight town. It truly is. It's in our DNA, and so it's brilliant to have events like this.
And lastly, let's end on Paddy. What a fantastic night he's had.
Yeah, great. Well, you know, sometimes there's upsets on the cards. You know, some of these guys were coming for the win, and they'd caused upsets in the past. So, you know, there wasn't a foregone conclusion for some of these results. But all these guys performed as they hoped. He's got all the wins. He's a happy man tonight.
Your next show, September
28th in this venue. As always, we're going to try and top the previous one with a stack card, championship boxing, some of the Southwest best talent, some great debuts as well, I'm sure.
Lastly, anything you want to add? Anyone you want to thank at all? Or?
Well, just everyone who's always involved. You know, Swindon fight fans. It's a fight town. Let's roll on the next one.
It's exciting.
Exciting.
Great little journey. Thanks again so much for having me.
Always, Steve. Always a pleasure.
Perfect.